Hey guys, how are we doing tonight? Get my comments turned on, do the housekeeping, get everything up and running. Analytics turned on so I can see how many of us are here and all that good stuff. Go. All right, it's working now. Hey Darren, chat, Boston Buds. Jimmy is hanging out there. Stephen Kessel, the first one in the house. If anybody's want to drop in, the chat is pinned. The link is pinned at the top of the chat, and we're gonna hang out for a couple hours and see how things go. I'm working on my Revell / Matchbox on 32nd scale P51 Spitfire Mark 22. They have the same engine. That's why I was confusing. Yeah, that's what we're working on that a little bit tonight. I'm going to work on the Nova a little bit tonight, and we'll see what happens with the rest of the evening. I'm working on the decals on this guy. I'm going to do the first round. I always like to do the big ones, the big flashy ones first. Once I get those done, I'll put the setting solution on it and let it sit, dry, and then we will do the boring ones, the warning badges, and all that stuff afterwards. Just woke up from a nap. Cool. I haven't been sleeping well the last couple of days. I don't know why. I mean, I'm going to bed early for me, way early for me, actually. But I've only been sleeping about 4 hours, and I'm wide awake. Okay, those are on. Hey Ken, how you doing tonight? I watched the show on Friday. Very, very good show. Yeah. Got a high bar to set. That was Pappy's old time slot, so you got a high bar to set for your show. But you did real good. Okay, put those in there. Put those in there. Well, get her out, Boston. Get going. Yeah, this is way back when God was little. It was probably almost 10 years ago. I have to look it up. I built the space shuttle at 747 combo and entered it in the Revell Model of the Month contest they were having on Facebook at the time. And I won. And the prize was I could pick any kit in stock off their website up to, I think it was $30 to 30 or $39, I don't remember. But this was the only one I liked under that price point. So that's what we grabbed. And it's been sitting in my stash ever since. And I decided, well, right after Christmas, or actually right before Christmas, I drug it out and looked at it and decided that I was going to do this one. This is my first one of the year, but then also got the Nova going too. So convertible boot. You could probably look on various sites for 3D printed ones. And I may even have one floating around in my stash somewhere. I'd have to look, but I'm not sure about that. But yeah. You might even look for look on like eBay. I think there's a seller on eBay. I know he does the one for the Camaro and the Firebird. He actually does the convertible top up as a 3D resin print. So you might check with him. He may have one for that Barracuda, because that Barracuda did come as a convertible at one point, I do believe. So you might even be able to get an up top for it. But trying to think what kits that I've gotten that always has that boot in there, even though it's not a convertible. I don't remember. I'll look around my piles of stuff, and if I got one, I'll let you know. Chat. Hey, David, Jason, KRD. I'm also looking for stuff to get. I'm going to jump into Jason's Dragon Drive group build. I'm going to find something for that. Just need to come up with some kind of a little trailer to put the slicks on. Actually, I've got the little got the little PT Cruiser trailer, or not PT, the Prowler. I got one of those Prowler trailers. I can open the top up on that and make that a tow behind. Those there. I'm up every head. Yeah, I'm thinking that I've got one of those AMT Mustangs back there. I'm thinking about doing, or I could do one of the Camaros too. I got a bunch of the Camaros around, floating around. Yeah. Actually, I made one for my 12 scale. It wasn't that tough. I just cut the shape out of some sheet stock styrene. Then I put, I don't have it here. I would show it to you. It's upstairs. I put a little bit of styrene rod, or actually I didn't even use styrene rod. I used the bigger ones, but for 25th, you probably use like the shafts from a cotton swab to make like the hump where the frame would sit. Then I just covered the whole thing in masking tape and painted it. That's what the one is on my 12 scale Camaro. I covered it with masking tape and did the little seam beads for it and painted it up, and it turned out pretty good. Because they're not real hard to make. Or again, you could cut one out of the sheet stock and actually do like a Sculptamold even, or not Sculptamold, the epoxy sculpt, and actually sculpt one. Yep. That's probably my nephew going out. Let me turn that ring off, and so we don't get bothered by it. Yeah, my nephew needed a place to stay, so I'm in this big house by myself, so I told him he could come and stay here for a while. As long as he help clean up and pay part of the bills. Yep, that's what it is. He's leaving. Let me turn the bell off for a while. Never had one until Mom got sick, and we had to worry about her wandering out without me knowing about it. And now I can't hardly live without it. Yeah, I can make a trailer hitch without too much difficulty. Because I stole the one from the Prowler for my 60 Chevy for the I have the Wes's model car garage trailer for that build. But I could make one. Just use like a quilting pin for the ball and some square stock or something. Around here, a lot of those trailers like that, they just take the truck, the whole truck chassis, whole truck, take the bed and front end off of it. They'll cut the frame and then bend it together to make that the front frame of the body. Well, bend it and weld it together and put their hitch on that, and then with no drive shaft in the rear end, it just freewheels. If you want to get really into it, I guess you could go in and take the spider gear out of the rear end, but a lot of them they just with no drive shaft when they pull it, the drive universal joint goes around. But hey, John, how are you tonight? Uh, Hope you're having a good day. Nice to see you. Yeah, so that's. But so I've got the trailer. All I got to do is build the car to put in front of it. Where those go? I think so. Oh, they go in one. Okay. Of course, if I did a 67 GTO, I wouldn't even need the trailer because the freaking trunk and those things were so big that you could put. You could carry around 4 regular tires in the trunk, plus have spare room. So I could do a 67 GTO and I wouldn't even need a trailer. Planes are not hard. Actually, I think they're kind of easier than cars. They usually don't have a glossy paint scheme, so that makes the paint easier. Uh, and it's a situation where some stuff you paint as you go, but most of it is painted after it's put about 90% assembled. But I used to do almost exclusively airplanes, so I just physically ran out of room for them. If you wanted to, it's a good place to get to learn how to do patinas and weathering for if you wanted to do an old rusty car or something, because you do a lot of weathering and stuff on the planes, and there's tons of stuff out there. So kind of like doing armor. I've got one of those too. That would be another good one to do. The 55, the AMT one would be a good one to do as well. Let's say this one went there. Okay. Do those two and then call it done. Yeah, you'll find with the airbrush you get more and more comfortable with it that you end up using it most of the time. The only time I still use rattle cans is if I'm just shooting a small part or the underside of the chassis or something like that. But you can take the rattle can colors and decant them like this. That color is Rust-Oleum Lacquer Neon Green. I think it's neon green, but they called it. Turn around, find it. Yep, neon green. Just decant that, put it in the little bottle, thin it down with the thinner, just a little bit because it's already pretty thin. And then spray it. Hit it with the airbrush. But yeah, that's what did I just do this on? I don't remember what car I just painted this way. What's this stuff? Oh. Oh, it was one of the Firebirds. That's what it was. Trying to think, I had to think about what I just painted with that. I painted a Ford GT40 with that too. With the same paint. Okay, we'll put 2 more decals on here, and then we'll wet it all down with setting solution, and then move on to the Camaro, or not Camaro, the Nova. God, I got Camaros on my brain. Yeah, 67 Chevelle. That's a good kit. It's already a drag car, Pro Street. And it comes with, I think it comes with DOT tires in it. I'm trying to remember which one has the DOT tires. I think it's the Chevelle. It says the DOT's in it. So one of them doesn't, and one does. I think it's the Chevelle that has a set of the DOT treaded drags. So that would be a perfect drag and drive. Yeah, John, that's what I like to do. And also you can use like a nail polish for, this is LA Colors nail polish. I got several of those. On the nail polish, I just thin it down 50-50 with the leveling thinner. But yeah, here's a red. This was the purple I used on the Nova for the that Christmas build. And yeah, this I did the Corvette with this turquoisey blue, and this one, even though it looks blue, it's actually a purple. And I actually just used some of that on the hood for the Nova. Right there, it's a kind of a blue purple, almost like a color shift. Depending on the angle, it changes from blue to purple. But yeah, those I've been 50-50 for the nail polish. And it's easy to do because you dump the nail polish into the plastic bottle, just turn it upside down, let it pour empty in. And the LA Colors even has that rattler in it. Then I'll fill the bottle up with the leveling thinner, shake it, and then pour it in. And I have to usually I fill it about halfway full with the leveling thinner, shake it real good, pour it out, and then fill it up about halfway again. And that's what you get. Yeah, that's basically, I usually try to get two bottles of the same color. And I've used a little bit out of this, but it makes about half of one of these when it's done. Those bottles are the Hobby Lobby bottles. They're like $3 for 4 bottles. So there's a little less than $1 a bottle. And I also got my Mr. Hobby primer in one of those. I keep one of them filled with just my lacquer thinner because it makes it a lot easier to clean the airbrush because it's got the squirt top on it. You can just drip it right into the airbrush cup when you're cleaning. And then I have what do I have? One. I decanted the Testors Extreme Lacquer Clear, and I got it in one of those as well for spraying. All right, so make sure I put these on the right side. Okay, the 68 is the port wing. Okay. I'm primarily a Pontiac guy, but I will do just about anything. That one of the projects coming up, I'm waiting for one more part to come in. And this will be another one that Jason's going to like when it gets done. Be another Mopar. It's going to be a kit bash, though. It's going to be parts of 2 different cars, plus some 3D printed parts. And we'll do that as a installment build for that one. Yeah, so I'll build whatever sparks my interest at the time. But I do focus on Pontiacs because that's what I am, as a Pontiac guy. Majority of my cars, when they were still around, were Pontiacs. It's like my dad was all Oldsmobiles. Everything he had was Oldsmobile. The first non-Oldsmobile he had that owned was my mom loved my PT Cruiser so much that she wanted one. So he tried to talk her out of it, but that she was not hearing it. So that ended up being technically the first one that he owned was a non-Pontiac or non-Oldsmobile. As far as cars go, I mean, we had the trucks. In fact, my mom had that Pontiac minivan, the Transport or whatever they call it, Transport. Okay, it was right on the other side of inboard of the landing gear. Right, double check that. Yes, right inboard of the landing gear bolt. Oh, and if you didn't see it on Saturday, Fred announced the Acme Buddy build model for this year is the Revell 1/16 scale GTA Firebird, the black one. Or I think all the ones were black, but the current one is black. And if anybody needs one, wants to get into that, they do have like 7 of them on Amazon with Prime shipping for $37, which is a good price. You can find them on eBay and stuff too, but that was probably the best price I found. Because I enjoy doing those Acme Buddy builds, and it'd be kind of cool to have. Like last year, we had a whole table full of the 69 Camaros, the 12 scales that have a whole table's worth of Firebirds. Will definitely trip my trigger. And it's fun to see all the different ways that you could build one with the Camaro. There were 9 on the table, and every one of them was different. And not just don't mean color, but different. And Fred had his in Pro Streeted. There was a one kind of built up almost as a stock base model. You had a Copo in there. You had Grumpy's Toy was one. There was a couple. It was a sitting the real nice silver Resto mod. Of course, you had my convertible. Can't remember what else there was. I got on my video, Acme video. I've got them all shown, and yeah, that's a cool concept. And we bring them all to Acme, and they all line them all up on the table. I kind of hope that we continue next year with the kit swap. Build for Acme. Hey, Jimmy. We're just barely catching you.
Huh? You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Your picture was frozen up and the camera turned off now, I guess.
No, I turned it off. I couldn't figure out why I couldn't hear you. My volume was off.
Oh, that'll do it.
Yeah, that would explain a lot.
Yeah, the group builds and buddy builds give you ideas. I mean, that's how a lot of times how I pick my next build. Yeah, Ken, you'll enjoy it. It's an awesome weekend. You got guys that get there as early as Thursday. They'll go like to the Savoy Museum and all that stuff around, do like the touristy things around Atlanta. And then on Fridays, whenever most people show up at the hotel there, and it's just like a big party all evening, and you go get your registrations done. I'm hoping they're going to talk them into letting us set the early bird guys put their models out on Friday night just to save the hassle on Saturday morning. But yeah, then have the show all day on Saturday, and on Saturday night everybody goes out to dinner. 2 or 3 big groups go out, eat together, and then we come back and hang out there in the courtyard there and at the hotel. We just kind of take over the whole hotel for the weekend, and then Sunday morning everybody gets up and goes their separate ways. But yeah, it's a blast. I enjoy it. That is my vacation for the year, is going down to Acme. I save money for that trip for the whole year. And it's right off the highway. It's easy to get to. The host hotel sells out real quick. I think that probably is. And then they have a secondary one that also sells out. But then there's 3 or 4 other hotels that are really nice right there. I mean, the one I stay in is like Days Inn, and it's been redone. It's nice, clean, and it's like 2-minute drive from the venue. It is a complete blast. I mean, yeah, just check out the Fred Henry's 10 questions video from Acme, and you can get a quick feel of how that is there. Yeah, so the Days Inn is like one stoplight up the road from the convention center, and it's a whole lot cheaper, and it's clean, nice. It's a no frills place. But you're only in your hotel basically to sleep, shower, and do your other bodily functions. Otherwise, you're pretty much at the convention center or at the host hotel in the lobby. Jimmy dropped out. Now he's coming back. Yeah,
Connect, you piece of shit.
And then at least there's another one I want to get to, but I mean, getting there is not the issue as far as but
I'm connected.
again, the expense. And then I have right now I'm still having a bit of mobility issues, and I know that parking and the stuff that is an issue. I'm not to the point of needing one of the mobility scooters, but I can't stand up for long periods of time. So, but that's one I want to get to as well, and then L East. And I want to get to the one up in Detroit, the Motorama or whatever. The big Detroit show. That's the other one I want to get to. Okay, let me put the old solve set on these decals, and so the rest I will do tomorrow. And then we'll get working on the Nova after I get these decals put on or put away, cleaned up. Yeah, you know what I mean. Put those there.
What was I messing with last time I was down here?
Yeah. Wafter Salva set is good stuff. It's nice and strong for doing stuff like this with panel lines and whatnot. It's great for, and it's not expensive. This bottle, big bottle, is probably maybe $6. This one says $4.79, but I bought it a long time ago. The current price for them is probably about $6. And it's stronger than pretty much anything out there. Other than maybe like Markset Strong, something like that. But it works the same way as the all the other ones. You just put it on, let it dry. If you need to come back and do separate application after it dries, you can. Not a big deal. Yeah, like after this dries for a couple hours, I'll turn it over and do the bottom ones tonight, and then the big ones, and then tomorrow I'll start doing all the little warning symbols and stencils and whatnot, the small ones, the boring ones. I got the flashy, the cool flashy ones on there. Now let me blow it up here so you can see it better. Yeah, I got all the flash on, except for the bottom, on the bottom of the wings. I don't have those on yet. I'll let those dry. And there's Donnie. Hey, Donnie, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I'm trying to stay up a little bit later tonight because tomorrow morning I get up early and go start round 2 of chemo.
Chemo.
Yeah.
Well, we're thinking about you, as you can see. Got you down there.
See, I appreciate it, guys. I really appreciate all the prayers and everything. And I'm doing pretty good. I actually got some work done on my models this week. I felt good most of the week, and I got the Country Dodge primed, cleaned and primed. And I got the Monte Carlo. I got some chrome done on it. I used that liquid chrome on it instead of what we've been using.
Yeah.
I put masking tape on it and got that done to her. I think it turned out pretty good. I still got this side to do. I'm just taking it easy and slow at one time. Anyway, hopefully tomorrow, if I feel like it, I get all the chrome on this thing. Usually a couple of days after they start, you feel okay. We usually don't hit you until the second day.
Yeah, when my dad was going through it, that's kind of how he was.
And then I'll be out for the count for about a week, maybe a week and a half. They say, but that's it. I just wished all this in here would quit hurting, where they went in there and cut 46% of my lung out.
Yeah.
Because every time I stretch or move, you can feel it doing whatever in there. I asked my primary care doctor the other day, I said, how long is that stuff going to go on? And he said, probably anywhere from 6 months to a year.
Yeah. I can believe that. Also, it's an invasive thing. And, your body's basically split in half. And
yeah. He said, not only that, they said they went in between the ribs, but they had to spread the ribs apart to get in there to get it. So, believe me, if I pick something up too heavy, I know. And that probably don't help.
Let's see if my phone will stay connected. There we go.
yeah, but the trip down to Atlanta is a nice drive, especially from up there. Where you're at. You can go down through, go through Chattanooga and all that stuff. If you want to make a bigger trip of it, you could always veer off east and hit Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge and that area, either on the way up or the way back. You can make a nice trip out of it. Okay, I'm looking for my other parts here. I know I painted them. What did I do with them? They up here? Nope. Box? Nope. One thing in a box are chrome parts and hood. It's not there. I'll look around some more here in a minute. I don't need them right this second. All right. Well, I've been in the Midwest or the West most of my life, but yeah, I still like to travel to them. I'd like to do that Detroit model show as well. The DAM show or whatever they call it. Yeah, the DAM, Detroit Area Modelers. That's what I want to get to. And then L East, I want to get to at least once. And Fort Wayne is where the IPMS Nationals are this year. So, but that's a long drive for me. Yeah. Well, he can't get far from his house very often. He had to make a lot of big plans for other people to take care of his wife and stuff while he went to that show up there this year. Why are they not scrolling?
I've already got one downside to using this tripod with my phone. My eyes are not good enough to see my screen very well this far away.
Need to go get you some new ones there.
I need to go to an eye doctor in general. I've been putting it off for 3 years, and my eyes are now starting to get worse. They're starting to get worse.
I put off going and getting cataracts surgery for about 5 years. And now that I got both of them done, I wish I'd done it earlier.
The difference was I didn't have insurance for a long time. Now that I have insurance, there's a lot of shit I probably need to go get messed with now that I have insurance.
Well, believe me, if you don't have to get cut on, don't do it.
Yeah. It's not fun.
Mm-mm.
Mine
course,
are the only-
Mine, I do good stories now because I don't have a belly button anymore, so I can tell people I was patched in a pod. I'm actually an alien, but I don't have an
You
navel.
can't. You can't tell people that's where the Indian shot you now.
Yeah.
You remember Dad telling us that when we were kids?
That's when they did
the only
surgery. They
big
took it
issue-
out because they needed to cut right through it. So rather than go around it, they just cut it out. It doesn't bother me. None that I don't have it anymore, but it does look weird.
I got my finger with my surgical knife today.
Uh-oh.
Mess with that chrome. It felt good.
Yeah, at least it's a clean cut, so it should heal fairly quick.
Yeah. Tomorrow morning I'll use that finger to put some of that numbing stuff on my port. It'll be okay.
some glue in it and it'll be all right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've sealed up many cut here on the workbench with super glue.
Hello, Dave Monkey.
David Markey.
David Monkey.
David Monkey.
Oh, Sluggo's in here. How about that?
Yep, he's been here since the beginning.
I know I ain't been in a lot lately. I don't think I even got into the live last Saturday with Brian.
Never asked him where you how you been doing last Saturday.
Yeah, I watched it Sunday and seen where you told him I was doing okay.
Yeah, I remember seeing you on a couple of the Zoom meets a couple times.
Yeah. Got so nobody shows up on Zoom anymore.
We had a full house on Sunday.
Well, Ride to Win was on there today.
Yeah, you were on there still when I left to come over here.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was on there till about lunchtime and
Him and Jeff and Paul and Brandon were on there.
Jeff can hardly talk.
Yeah.
Or is he doing better today?
Feeling better today.
Cool.
It's 6:44. I've been home 45 minutes.
Sluggo says you look younger, Donnie, with no hair.
Thanks, Sluggo. Appreciate
No hair and the white t-shirt. He's damn aging Mr. Clean.
No, I had on a sweatshirt this morning and this afternoon it got too hot for that sweatshirt and I had to come out of it. Now it's getting too cool for this white t-shirt. That's one thing about being plagued with cancer. You can't predict the weather and you can't stay with the weather. You're cold or you're hot. It don't make any difference. Yeah, my kids gave me a package of 25 toboggans for Christmas. They said they didn't want to see all this shiny head. I've never seen toboggans come in a 25 pack, but they did.
I didn't even know they come in a 25 pack.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
I opened that up and I said, "What the heck?" And then my son-in-law said, "Well, Dad, you can put one in the truck, one in the car, one in the office, one in the garage, and you got one everywhere you go." But I guess it's a good thing because I put one on in the mornings, and by the afternoon, it's full of hair that hadn't disappeared yet. So I got to throw it in the wash for the next day. I guess they figured it out before I did.
Let's see here. Oh, I'm gonna try and hand paint that stuff, I guess.
Oh Lord.
And I gotta look for that sprue that I can't find.
That's what I need to do. Work on the 2 planes that I bought last year.
I'm debating now if I want to put these wheels on this Buick. These wheels are too nice for the damn car. I don't have anything else I want to put them on.
Oh, there it is. Well, I dropped the body tub and interior tub, and I found the sprue. It was laying on the floor right there. The body tub.
That's
Yeah.
like that country Dodge that I'm working on. I lost one of the front bucket seats on it last week. I looked everywhere for it and I couldn't find it. I looked out in the yard, and yesterday I moved one of my footstools and it was right there under it.
So yeah, I just dropped this interior tub and I was reaching down to pick it up and saw the sprue laying on the ground right there. Same spot where that tub landed.
There you go.
Oh,
Sluggo, it depends on what day of the week it is and what I do. Sometimes I'm in a lot of pain, but most of the time it's just run down and hadn't got the energy to do anything, or I run out of breath. And my breath's not from the lack of lung. It's just, it takes a lot for me to move this old body of mine because it hurts so bad. That's the best I can describe it. I can't even describe it good enough for my wife where she understands it. She wants to know, but hell, I don't know how to tell her how I feel. Thank you, Glenn. Appreciate it, bud. You just get run down and you got to rest more often. That's about what I do. I sit and watch a lot of TV.
Okay. dry for a second and I'll fix it.
I don't know if I want to put these wheels on this Buick. The damn wheels are almost too nice for the Buick.
They look good on that Buick you showed the other night there.
Oh, they'll look good, but damn, the wheels are almost too nice for the car.
And
I like the wheels more than the kit. Hopefully, I see that guy at that show again selling these parts. I'm gonna buy a couple sets of these wheels. I like them.
oh, them the ones you bought. I thought they were ones you painted.
No, they were 3D wheels. I had to paint them.
Oh, okay.
And I got those wheels from them and the
Told you no.
wheels that are,
You know more.
and the wheels that are on the Mercedes come from him too. Mercedes definitely a shower. I like that thing. That thing looks good.
Damn, my hands are shaking way too much for this today.
But Sluggo, they've done pretty good from the time my wife had cancer to the time I got it, because my wife had lung cancer and she had to do chemo every day for a month. And now they got it where you go get your treatment and you go home and you don't have to go up there till 21 days later to get your next treatment.
Yeah, that's what my dad was like once a month for like 4 or 5 months. He had to go up there.
Yeah.
Creased. I'm really red for some reason.
They're better than they were 20 years ago, but they still ain't where they should be. Not as much money as we spend on this mess. What surprised me was on the 15th of September, I laid my cigarettes down. I ain't picked them up since, and I was smoking 2 packs a day for 40 years.
That's good.
Kind of
But
how
do I want one? Yeah, I do.
kind of how I just quit. Well, it didn't
Yeah.
help. Didn't hurt that I was stuck in the hospital for 2 weeks too, so I couldn't smoke anymore.
And doctor told me we won't doing surgery on you unless you quit. So I quit. And they got ways to test you now to make sure you are quit.
Yeah, I know. Fat Man from Alabama was doing real good, and friggin' the other day on live, yeah, he lit one. He's a fucking on Zoom.
Yeah, that's just like I told my lung doctor. I says, if you ever tell me that you can't do nothing else for me with this lung cancer, and that's just the way it is, and it's what I'm gonna die on, I'm gonna leave your hospital and go straight to the store and get me a pack of cigarettes. You know what I mean? Because I enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. I was born and raised in the tobacco fields. So, and I grew up with it. I enjoy the heck out of it. But,
I'll smoke it down.
Okay. Do I want to?
I only
I
tried to
wanna
quit
make Peter
one
Hostess.
time. I only tried to quit one time. About within 2 days of me quitting, I about strangled this guy, and that was the last of it.
Just getting through the first 2 weeks. You get through the first 2 weeks, you got it whipped.
Yeah, well, I quit when my first wife went through her lung cancer before she died. I quit for about 3 months, and I wish I'd stayed quit, but I picked them back up because I couldn't stand to be around her. She wouldn't quit. And cigarettes was a lot cheaper than her divorce. And my wife now, she smokes, but for some reason, it don't bother me like it did with my first wife. And mainly because she smokes outside.
That must mean you're happier.
Yeah. And I'm gonna hate it if the doctor tells her to quit smoking. Because that's gonna be something she ain't gonna be able to do. Well, until I've been away from the YouTube too long. I used to be able to tell who was who with just their names, like I need my garage time. Now
Yeah,
I
they
can't.
they changed it some reason. Now you're getting their account name instead of their channel name.
Yeah,
But if any of those guys in here, you can actually go in and change that to your make your account name the same as your channel name. Then it shows
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, that's why mine's Jimmy's Chop Shop 123, as it makes you put a numbers.
Well, that's just because that means there's more than one.
Yeah.
Mine does not have. Mine doesn't have it because I'm the only King Bob models. King Bob's Model Works. I'm the one and only.
Yeah, I found out there was a. That's what told me there was another Jimmy's Chop Shop somewhere out there. It wouldn't let me make it Jimmy's Chop Shop 420.
yes, Lego. I remember when they were $1.88 in Germany. I also remember when they were $1 a carton in North Carolina. Everybody going from Florida, going up north, would stop and load up their trucks, go to New York, sell them, and go back towards North Carolina and load up their trunks and take them down to Florida and sell them.
You know, when I started, they were $2.25 out of the machine in the bar.
Yeah. When I started smoking, they were 20 cents out of the machine in a service station. Then they went up to a quarter about the time I got drafted.
And nowadays, I think about all the money I spent on that what I could have done with it.
No kidding. That's just like when we quit smoking, I could afford to go buy about 10, 15 model cars a month.
Yeah.
But my wife says, you ain't going to buy no model cars until you get cured or build all the ones you got in your stash.
It'd be 25 or 30 bucks a week for around however many years. I mean, that's a lot of money. You just don't realize it when you're spending it 5 or 10 bucks at a time.
Yeah.
Well, I bought her cigarettes today, and she smokes them Salem Slim 100s. 5 packs are $62.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Cigarette taxes here in Missouri are really low, but it's still they're expensive as hell. So I'm glad that I'm done with it. But I still too. I'll be doing something and reach over to where the cigarettes and ashtray used to be right here. And I find myself doing that all the time, reaching over where they were at, like I was going to just out of habit, picking it up, reaching for one.
Yep, I do the same thing with the in here with the workshop and in my truck. I got rid of the ashtray that was in my truck, and I put one of them air fresheners in there that smells like new cars. When I quit smoking,
Mm-hmm.
and I ain't put one, replaced it, and it's been gone for a while. It still smells like a new car in there.
Spray my car probably once or twice a week with the OZM to knock the smell down.
She still smokes in her car, so I don't worry about it. But we go somewhere in my truck. I said, you getting out. I'll pull over. You can get out and smoke. She said, what if it's raining? I said, well, you just get wet.
Get wet. Yeah.
Or your arm's going to be held out the half cracked window.
Now,
That was always the rule.
she don't ride in the truck that much because she's 70 years old, and for her to crawl up in that bucket seat on the right hand side is a chore. She'd rather ride in that Nissan where she can just flop down in it and be done with it.
It was always, even when I used to smoke, before I switched to the vapes, that was always my rule: no smoking in my truck. Friggin' ashtray in my truck's clean; it's never been used.
Well, let's say that vaping ain't good for you.
No, the only reason I switched was girlfriend at the time kept getting pissed off that I constantly smelled like a Marlboro.
Both of my
Shit, ain't none of it good for you.
Papa Z, how you doing?
Both of my daughters smoke or vape. My son-in-law on my daughter's side, he vapes. My other son-in-law, he quit smoking about 5 years ago. He's been doing pretty good.
I've definitely cut back on how many on these damn things for sure. I was going through
Hello, Bruce.
for a while. I'd go through one every 3 days, and then I went to one every week, and now I'm up to one every 2.5 weeks.
Cool.
Which is weirdly a lot cheaper than a pack of smokes.
Yeah.
Around here, pack will cost you $21. These are
What's up, Rick?
23.
Old man?
For a pack, I go through a pack in freaking half a week. And there was that little while I dipped fucking Skull long cut wintergreen. That's
Yeah,
probably the
that's
reason why
one
my
thing.
teeth are so fucked up.
I still enjoy the smell of tobacco, pipe tobacco.
Yeah.
My grandpa always had the cherry pipe tobacco.
Yeah,
And it made I really enjoyed the smell. I keep threatening I'm just gonna go buy a little pouch of it and sit an ashtray out and just burn a little bit in the
ain't nothing wrong with that.
ashtray just to get the smell up.
Well, if it's the cherry stuff, yeah, that has a good smell to it. Even regular pipe tobacco has a nice smell.
I
Okay.
used to have the cherry cigars too.
I love those damn the cherry like swishers.
Yeah.
I still smoke them. When I quit smoking weed and quit cutting them up, I started just smoking the swishers themselves, and man, they're pretty damn good.
Yeah, what the hell? Might as well.
My dad smoked them Palmel Reds and then King Edward cigars. As long as I can remember, he always had either a cigarette or a cigar hanging out the corner of his mouth. And he'd smoke it like that all the way down to the fire.
Yeah, Bruce, I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do for yours too. The fins, fenders, and chrome group build. Yeah, they just finalized one for the Dragon Drive and one for yours, and I guess in a couple of weeks here in February they'll probably do the small scale build. I got that already.
Boy, I'm way behind on all that stuff, Bob.
But they do that one in February, the small scale, because
Yeah,
it's the shortest month thing.
I got this Chevy 427 Cobra in here for Dave Woods group build. I ain't even started on it. Then
I
I
haven't
got
even finished the
Camaro
USAC
for
car
the
yet.
USAC group build. Hadn't started on it yet. Then I got the 55 Chevy Bel Air that's red and white for shoot, that one group build. What's his name? I can't think of his name right now. Oh well, it'll come to me later.
Yeah, I really enjoy group builds. It gives me ideas of things to do.
I know I do too, but I just right now I get so far behind on them. It's pathetic.
That's my issue. I don't think I've ever finished one on time.
Until before I got cancer, I used to finish them on time pretty much. Blue Ox should be starting his next group
Machine.
build.
Yeah.
I finished that one last year.
Well, you got your Chevelle finished too for Dazed and Confused.
Yeah.
I still have one, possibly two more I want to do for that one. I got the 67 Camaro that's in the very first part of the movie.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to piece together enough parts to do that 72 C10 short bed.
Yeah, Mark Batson's group build. I wanted to get that one done.
Shop truck, yeah. It's sitting right next to me. I still got to get the decals ordered for that.
I didn't even listen to the shot truck one. I was the race car one that they're doing.
Okay.
I was gonna do a dirt tracker for that. Oh well. Next year they'll be here. Then I got a 55 Chevy that I really want to do because it was the first car I ever built as a kid during my kid days. And that's this one right here. The 1955 Chevy.
Wrong camera.
Huh?
Other way.
It's glared. 55 Chevy, yeah. Looks like it's yellow.
There.
Yeah. I wanted to get this one done. It's got the open doors, open trunk, open hood. And I built the first time I built it, it was the blue one. But this is 1978 released. My granddaughter brought this kid in here. She said, "Grandpa, this kid's older than I am." I said, "Yeah." She was excited about it.
Hey,
She
Darren.
would not leave till I
Hey,
opened
what's up
it
now?
Hey, Darren.
How you doing, buddy?
Hello,
Uh,
Darren.
Hey, bud. How you doing, Donnie?
Pretty good.
Oh,
Uh,
that's where my music
11 and a half
off,
hour
you know.
trip sticking mine.
And I jump on for a few minutes, see what you guys are up to.
Just hanging out. I'm working on the Nova and shooting the shit.
Cool, cool. Yeah, I just got home, just got done with my little try to let's stay in shape thing I do when I get home, keep the blood pressure down. And coming in and check on my 37 because I glued the body down the other night. Yesterday I looked, kind of had one of these going on.
Oh,
The rear wasn't where I wanted it, so I got it, I think, now where I want it. So with that, it's time to leave this alone for a little while. But it's come along, my 37. I'm really happy with that. So
Talking about group bills, that 37 is way behind the power curve. That's so far behind the power curve. It don't even see moonlight yet.
yeah,
mhm.
it's I'll say what I do like about that was when I first started coming on chat on Brian's live, I guess, feed. I was working on my 140, and this was a group project that kind of made me feel included, I guess, and so it's been a fun build doing it with you guys. So I had a bunch of epiphanies at work today where my imagination isn't what it used to be, but today I was like clicking, hey, this could be a cool build. This could be a cool build. And so it's good when my imagination starts flowing again.
too much free time and imagination. Bad things can happen.
Well, I was getting
Oh,
paid though,
yeah.
so that was nice. How does that work?
That's how I ended up with an 82 Pro Street Corvette.
Oh, that gray one, the gray kit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got that. I don't know what I want to do with it yet. I did come up with the idea of, do you know the Aerovet?
Uh-huh.
I think I want to do something cool with that. Do some kind of newer engine in the back because I believe it's a Sidewinder. Put that in there and modernize the body even just a little bit more. And there's a set of wheels by Jay's that caught my attention a while back ago, but I don't know if they look good on. I think in the future, with what I thought in my head, they would go well with that car. So that was pretty exciting, and then that's about it.
The Aerovet, what is it? That yellow box art custom kind of vet?
Nah,
No, it's silver. It's kind of a concept car that looks different from most of the other Reds.
Well, right
You
now,
know-
Ollie's got that 82 Corvette on sale.
Yeah.
right
Ah,
now.
that one.
Yeah, and actually, I don't know what I saw this car for real at the Corvette Museum. There's not really a whole lot of tweaking I'd really want to do to the body, especially the back end. It's pretty badass looking because it's wide and out and everything. But I think some different wheels and maybe just a little bit to the front end might be a little bit cool to do with this thing. Definitely add some power to it.
Nice.
And
Like
got
it's just an idea. I'll probably never do it, but
and I
Do
got
it.
entertain for a while.
Big supercharged LT1 motor in it.
Something like that. Yeah, something modern. Maybe even a big old supercharger, like a 671 sticking out of the back window sideways. That'd look pretty practical, but I don't think I'll do that. More everything in glass, some turbos or something would be badass. But definitely get a modern LS style engine into it.
LS motor.
I got
Speaking of my
a
name.
pink kit of the 82 Corvette in orange. My neighbor picked it up at a yard sale for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I ain't never
Huh.
done that.
How about that?
That Monogram 82 is nice.
There's the Arrowvet, Jimmy.
Yeah. It is more unique the more you look at it.
It reminds me a lot of the Pontiac Banshee.
There it is.
It does that. This was prior to the Banshee though, so
Yeah.
It looks a lot like when they redid Knight Rider, that red fire.
Well, that was the
crazy
Banshee.
looking
yeah,
fire.
that was the
back.
Banshee.
That was
That
the
was the
Banshee.
Banshee.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking the Banshee was a different car then.
You know what the back of it reminds me of, Bob? You remember the original Death Race 2000 with Stallone in it? And the back of it kind of reminds me of Frankenstein's car.
I think they probably have. I think.
That was a weird
Yeah.
movie.
Yep. It was.
If you never saw it, Jimmy, you should.
I've seen that movie. Yes, it was weird.
The original one, yeah. Well, wasn't that far out south and right on that reporter?
Well, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll catch y'all
All right,
later.
Donnie. You have a good night. Take care of
All
yourself.
right, bro.
Everybody, get some rest.
Yeah, get ready for that chemo round tomorrow.
Yeah. Good luck with that, buddy. I'll keep you in prayers, okay?
All right, thank you, and y'all take care, and I'll catch you guys later.
All right, buddy.
Hey, brother.
A concept prototype. Yeah, that's what that vet is. I don't know which one they called it. More of a concept because isn't Bob is quote me if let me know if I'm wrong, but prototype is a plan on production of that car or something.
Yeah, I
similar.
kind of consider a prototype to be a working version of the concept car.
Yeah, the
Most of the
concept.
time, the concept
doesn't
cars
always
don't
have to
actually
be
run.
Yeah, the concepts don't always have to be fully functional. Some of them are. A lot of the new ones are just full
Plastic.
size 3D printed cars.
Yeah, or clay.
Yeah,
Clay.
the old ones are clay. A lot of the new ones are all plastic now. I was at Gilmore Car Museum here in Michigan, which is none of you ever been to it. It's one of the greatest car museums that there is. I mean, it is. Look it up sometime. It is really super cool. It's an old farm out in the middle of the country, and they got like a whole Ford section, but they actually did a reproduction of the Model T assembly line and stuff there. They got Cadillac, they got Pierce Arrows, they got Bugattis and everything. Concord, was it Concords? Or not Concords, but Cords. Duesenbergs, some very beautiful cars, but long story short, I'll quit rambling. I was walking through there with my buddy here a few years back, and they had it was a prototype of a Cadillac Alante with the roof up, and I could tell it wasn't a real car because all the windows are completely blacked out. I went over there and grabbed the whole of the front end. I said, I go, look at this car. These are super light. And I freaking picked the front of that whole car out. He's like, what? No. And I go, yeah. I go, it's just a big plastic model car is all it is. Just a shell.
Like that was a prototype when or a concept car. I mean, when Dodge come out with it, that when they when they did like the Power Wagon remastered or something.
Yeah.
When Dodge come up with that.
Right.
Which they should have made that. That thing would have been pretty damn cool doing on the road, I think.
They
Power Wagon.
They same way when they did the Gladiator, they failed. This 4-door Jeep pickup with a little bed. It's not even a true pickup.
The Gladiator in general is a piece of shit.
The modern one, yeah. The original ones are badass trucks.
The originals were freaking sweet.
Right.
That's when the Jeep was actually
well, it was a
not
true. Yeah, those were a true pickup too. They weren't based on the Jeep narrow frame.
Yeah,
that's what made it really cool.
Around here, that was a badass truck, I think.
I like the original. What they should have did was just called it a 4-door Scrambler. I did like the original Scramblers, and those came out years ago. But those were
those were cool.
A Jeep. They were a CJ frame with a pickup bed.
Yeah.
And yeah, they came out the Gladiators now, and that's just I thought they were going to put it on the Ram chassis, and sadly they did not want to do that, I guess.
Got the approach. Well, I have the Banshee, which is a concept car, and then I've got the GM Studios Mako Shark, which was a limited production car type thing.
You talking the blue and silver one? Yeah, that was a really cool bet. You're talking one from the 60s, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I seen that's at the Corvette Museum too, if I'm not mistaken. Then that was always cool. Then Bob, remember the one too? It was late 50s, early 60s. They did that silver one. It looked almost like a Jaguar, and it had the back piece like the bullet behind it. Yeah, that was always cool too. And I can't think of what that was called. They made a lot of
something that started out as a concept and then became a real thing.
What is that?
The damn Lumina van.
Lumina
van.
Yes, we used to call them the Dust Busters.
That was the Lumina van. The concept for that was what they came out with. The concept was what they came out. That is also the coolest Hot Wheels I think I have, because that is so freaking cool. The Lumina vans were so weird. I love them.
But the Lumina van and the Pontiac Montanas, those were very successful seller. They were stepping up because what we had for minivan at the time always was the Astro, which was cool, but it was a true little van. And we never did catch up to Chrysler with the Caravan in, their little front wheel drive one. So when the Lumina and that came out, then we truly was competing with them on something more with that car nose on it. I know back then I detailed cars and I almost had to lay on the dash to clean the windshield of those because they were about 4
Here's some
foot.
useless trivia for Jimmy. The mid-60s Pontiac Firebird concept car
Oh,
turned
yeah.
into the Vet.
Yes.
They decided to go with the Camaro body design for the Firebird, and they took the Firebird concept and turned it into the Vet. But yeah, here it is. Let me pull it up.
Actually, funny enough, GM Buick, they did a version of the Corvette first too, and that was actually really cool. And Oldsmobile did the 57 Golden Rocket, which was supposed to be a Corvette style, but that looks good, Bob. Is that the Snap kit, isn't it?
As far as I know, that's the only version you can get.
Yeah,
But it's really not. It's a screw bottom kit, but don't
Right.
poo-poo it. I mean, you could very easily open up the hood and then put a drivetrain in it. I mean,
Does yours have or did you just paint the chassis?
I painted
Is it-
everything. I repainted the whole works.
Do you have actually a motor in it? Did you swap the chassis on it?
No, I did not.
That does not
But
have
you
an
could.
engine in it. That's just a painted bottom.
Yep.
Holy smokes! At my first, it looked like that was a true
But yeah,
engine.
it
in
was
there.
no big deal to swap it out for like
Yeah,
a 67, 66, 67 chassis
yeah.
and cut the hood open. But yeah, there's that
Yeah,
one.
those are a cool looking car.
And then
Yeah.
two over here somewhere. There we go. And then here, this is the Banshee. But I painted mine gold instead of red
Mm-hmm.
because I thought it looked like the GRX from Speed Racer a whole lot. So I
Oh
wanted to
yeah.
go
Yeah.
kind of go with that. I've got another one of these. I'm going to do a little mods on it and make it a little different. But yeah,
I've got
this one
that
is
Mustang.
based on a Corvette. This one is
Yeah,
100%
yeah.
Corvette under the skin.
Right.
Right
I've
down
got
to the
that
LS.
Mustang Mach 3 concept too.
Oh, wow, it has a motor and everything, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a full
You
blown
can-
kit. It's just based on it.
Couldn't you get that in a Snap or the full version?
I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, I thought that kit was only a Snap.
Nope. It's kind of weird when you build it though, because the dash is attached to the body, not to the
Yeah.
interior
Oh.
part.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it goes on. As you put the body on it, it mates up with the interior. But it's got a real cool interior on it. I don't know. Camera will never pick it up, but I took some painted the dash with the chrome paint and then went over it with transparent green. So it's got that kind of green LED glow that your
Yeah.
early 2000s cars all had for their dashes.
Right.
That's yeah, I'm real happy with that car.
That's a cool looking build. I do not have that kit.
You should be able to find it on eBay for not much. They're pretty common.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked it.
I'm going to a show here first weekend in February, so I haven't been to it in a while, so we'll see how it's. I did order some poker chips so I can
Cool.
be somebody.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna let my shop cards run out. I don't think I'm gonna do any more shop cards. I'm just gonna stick with the poker chips.
Yeah, those shop cards. I was thinking about if I do something like that, I might do just like a fridge magnet. So
Yeah.
it's something,
Or sticker or something like that.
yeah,
'Cause that whole shop card thing, I think, is kind of passed by. I think everybody's got wanted one's got one and done it.
Yeah.
Done the trading on them, but I like the poker chips more because it's more of an appreciation type thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus. That lid is not very good on this damn blocking
And every
shit.
time I reorder them, I'll order one, make it different so that they're kind of a one and done
Yeah.
for those. It's
So
kind of
that
what I did
one-
with my shop cards. When I ran out of shop cards, I always changed it before when I brought the new ones in.
Kane liked your shop. He
Doing the
loves that
flocking.
Firebird.
For doing the
Which do you like
flocking,
more, the chip or the Raptor?
What's that?
Which did he like more, the poker chip or the Raptor?
Oh, he liked both. I'm at your shop card. He likes the Firebird
Oh.
that's on your
Oh, yeah.
shop
Cool.
because it's right here on my the desk.
they're both
That
nice
was almost my
Firebird.
favorite build of the year until I did the Camaro, and I had to.
Oh, your big one there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Could I use Mod Podge for flocking?
No,
good.
you could. I usually use that.
I'm about to say, if
white
no, then
glue.
I'm not flocking this interior tonight. What kind of glue?
I use that tacky glue. It's in the gold.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Mod Podge is just a thinned out version.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I do
Yeah.
actually with the gold stuff. I water it down a little bit.
Yeah,
It's not unless that's thicker
this
than
is
molasses.
this is the same Mod Podge I use for the windows that dries clear.
Yeah.
So it should work. It's the first time I've ever flocked anything.
Oh yeah, it's flocking's fun. It's
Yeah.
rewarding.
I've always thought about it, but never could justify spending not even really that. It was just I didn't want to do it. And then I found these freaking big ass things of it at Hobby Lobby, and I was like, oh. Huh.
Yeah, I pretty much do the peel and stick felt instead of the flocking, but
Yeah. I've done that too.
I've heard that looks nicer, but I'm gonna give flocking a shot.
yeah,
I'm just gonna brush with Mod Podge on the. Do I want to flock this? The tray below the rear window. I'm gonna flock that too. Because I put a fingerprint in that paint right there, so I'm gonna cover it up with flock.
just block it all.
Oh lordy.
And go flock yourself.
Oh, email me your address, Logo. I'll send you one out. I still got a dozen or so left. I think when they're gone, I'm gonna be done.
Yeah.
Other than I'll
All
probably
right.
print one for Acme. I'll probably print an Acme one
I might do those magnets that way people put them on their toolbox or
for the guys that are there.
hmm
Be like a limited edition.
There you go. Write that on a collectible.
I like the magnet idea. That is a good idea. Because I've been trying to figure out something with shop cards and stuff. Because I never have ever made any.
I haven't either. Well,
Vinny
hey,
Mike
I gotta go.
definitely has my
Yeah.
only shop card when I was still Mountain Dew. I sent him an empty
Oh,
Mountain Dew.
I gotta go. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night.
All right. Have a good night, Darren.
All right, buddy. Later.
All right, brother. Oh, damn it. No, I didn't want to flock that. Yeah, fuck it. Now it's flocked.
Oh, it's
Go
water
flock
based.
it.
You can always wipe it off.
Yeah, I'm lazy. I'm just going to flock it. Go. In my douche.
But yeah, I'm gonna get the breakdown and probably get some embossing powder and give it a shot. Some of the
Yeah, I
goes.
watched Gary do that, and that shit looked really good. Oh, God. Block everything but the seat. Because why not? Maybe I won't put it right there. I have a feeling my windows might fit with it right there.
Yeah, I think I've gotten 2 in the last couple of months. I got one from Shaggy, Awesome Garage, and then I got one from Larry, Model Car Madness from Rhode Island. Yeah, there's that one. Larry's. And I've just put them, I've got a file that I keep them all in. I'm going to eventually put them all in a photo album type thing.
I just have them hanging above me.
And
I got
there's Shaggy.
stickers. See, I've got Captain Nemo's was the first one I got, which I ain't seen him in a while. Captain Nemo's, Ferret Boys, Terry 1, Senior, or Terry 2's, Seniors, Gary Seeds, Fred's old one with the vet on it, one of Joey's old ones. Who else do I have? Ed, One Team, Jess, Billboards. This weird guy named Bob who won't quit following me. What I got?
So they're kind of like Christmas cards to me. I mean, I don't really send Christmas cards, but I do send the shop cards out. So that's kind of how I look at it. So I may keep doing it.
I don't like people to send Christmas cards. I'll give Bob one. That's about it. I don't like anybody else. Especially none of my family. My family sucks. They don't like us.
I don't send out any of those, but I'll send shop cards. I could probably send shop cards out as Christmas cards, but
There you go. Time to go. Let me do this over a piece of paper so I can save what I want to save.
most everybody has at least one of my shop cards. If you're an OG, you have
This
a
is
Rusty
also a
Spud
dark
one.
one.
That's how you kind of know if you're an OG around here, if you have a Rusty Spud shop card. That means you were here before the rebrand. I don't even have any of those left. I got the original artwork, but I don't have any of those. Yeah, I might get one of those big poster frames and stick them in a poster frame and hang them up. That might be what I do with them too. I've got them all in an envelope file right now.
I'm realizing the red paint on this interior and the red flocking are 2 different shades of red. That'll be okay.
That's all right. It would be that way in the car too.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm gonna let that.
If you had a leather interior, a lot of times the leather was a different color than the vinyl, and the vinyl's a different color than the carpet. And
Jesus, I didn't mean to pour it.
When I did that white Trans Am, it had 3 different colors of blue in the interior plus white. The door cards and the ceiling were white. I think package tray. No, it was blue. Part of the interior was white, part was blue, and the blue part was 3 different colors. Yeah, that was a happy accident in the world. I mean, that they did a King Bob, and my name is Bob Bus King, so there's all in there. I just have to swip it around. And so we have our King Bobs. I have a whole bunch of them. I got the big Funko Pops one, and these are the ones that Bruce sent me that I painted. And the little guy's going to go with my shop truck for the shop truck group build. and he's on my poker chips and all that stuff. So yeah, it was kind of happy accident style thing where
Yep.
before that my channel was Rusty Spud Aerodrome to because I said I built mostly airplanes at that time, and my dad was a retired ironworker, so then they called the retired ironworkers Rusty Spuds because their spud wrenches would get rusty because they weren't using them no more. Okay. That's ready for, let's see here.
I'll let that sit for a second. I'll dump all the access
Okay.
back into the bottle.
And there's our Nova.
Very nice.
A spud wrench. I don't have one here handy. Whenever put the steel beams together on the building, they got the holes for the rivets or the bolts to go through. And a spud wrench is a spanner on one end, and the other end is a spike. So when they were lowering the steel into place, they could shove the spike end of the spud wrench through the holes to hold the beam up while they put the rivets or the bolts in. And then you would, once you got the bolt started, then you would use the wrench end to tighten up the bolts. So yeah, that's basically what they are. They're a giant wrench on one end, and the other end is pointed for sticking into the steel. There you go.
I'm gonna back away from all that because I have a feeling if I sneeze, I'm gonna have red powder fucking everywhere. I need to go back up to Hobby Lobby. Actually, I seen something that they had all this flocking powder on clearance, and there are a couple other colors I want to get. I got white, red, and black. I want to get a tan.
Okay, here.
A lot of firsts happening. This is the first time I've flocked anything, and I'm about to order some wired distributors because I've never wired a motor, any of these little motors.
That is a spud wrench.
Yep.
Inch and a quarter was the big one, and inch and an eighth was the smaller one. And that's what they were. And so when they retired from ironworking, or he used to call the guys that worked at High Iron, what those were, the young and dumb. And when you got old and fat, you didn't go up on the high steel like that with those anymore. Then they called they called them rusty spuds because your spud got rusty from not using it.
Mm-hmm.
So I did Rusty Spud Aerodrome because it kind of covered the gamut, the airplanes and for him. But then when the Minions came out and King Bob was the thing, and I switched. And the channel kind of took off after that too, so it probably was a good idea in retrospect, because I think it was better described the channels if you were going through YouTube and you saw something from Rusty Spud Aerodrome, you'd like, what the hell is that? As opposed to You even make a fancy one that that's like a crescent wrench on one end. But my dad never had any of those, so that you could adjust the size for the different bolts. But he never had one of those. I've got one here. It's down in the garage in storage. One of his. He had those and had this really cool reel for tie wire for doing the rebar. That you would put this spool of tie wire on it, and you crank it out as you needed it. I got one of those down there.
I need to get a different.
Most of his other tools my brothers have. They were all stolen anyway, so all of his tools were engraved UE. When everybody were asked him, he said, "Yeah, they came from my Uncle Ed."
Mm.
Yeah, I'm sure like a pipe workers have something. Pipe fitters that probably have something very similar.
Yes, I do. There's red every fucking where. Because the lid for this fucking sucks. Jesus.
For working on the big boilers, like the heating boilers in buildings and stuff.
I need a little handheld vacuum. This is everywhere. I'll put that back. Nope.
Flip it there on the corner of the table there. Actually, probably got more than enough on here for what I need on my fingers.
Probably should have strained it or something. It looks a little thick, but that's okay. I don't care.
Yeah, I try to always strain my paints.
Another flocking.
Oh, the flocking. Yeah, you want to get a little tea. Go to like Dollar General or something and get a tea strainer.
I didn't have a
A
tea
little bit.
strainer. I had a
About
flower
that big
strainer.
around. Yeah, that worked too. But the tea strainer is about the size of a $50, so you can better control it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't care. It looks okay to me, at least. I'm gonna dump a little more access right there because there's a spot that it didn't stay for some reason.
Done tons of that flocking on model railroad sceneries and dioramas for the grass, static grass and stuff. I've never actually done it on a car for like a carpeting.
Yeah, I thought I'd give it a shot. Don't look bad. Once the glue dries, I'll blow it out real good because there's little red fuzz everywhere in it.
Yeah, it gets on everything, and then after glue dries, you can tap it out. Might have to do a couple touch ups. Maybe a couple spots where it didn't stick.
Well, that's it for a while. Oh, I painted these seats to go in it. I've got everything red, and these are like black racing seats. I don't know. I might still put them in. I don't know.
Okay. Okay, let's all go ahead. The chat quit working and you just quit talking.
Me or what?
Check the stream, make sure we're actually still coming out. But it's about an hour behind on there on mine, so let's see. Update it. We're still broadcasting. I just no. Nobody's got anything to say right now.
How dare they? Is my body dry? Touch it. Damn, I have red powder all over the fucking body too. What the heck?
Yeah, you should get like a one of those plastic shoe boxes. It says your interior inside of that when you're doing it, so it doesn't go everywhere. It still will go everywhere, but not as bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna get one of them little
And then
handheld.
whatever you don't use, you can just shake back into your container.
That's what I did. I probably should have let it sit for a little bit longer, but it'll be okay.
Oh yes, I've been there, done that. Right now I'm chasing boogers on the hood.
I think about
Nice thing though on this one is that's a part of the added part, so if it doesn't look perfect, it's okay. As long as it doesn't have big fish eyes or something, it will be okay. I have not gotten one yet. I'm usually way behind on getting those magazines. Kind of wait and kind of find out if there's something that I want to look at. Yeah, there's a lot of that stuff you can get on the internet and online, but I usually try to get the contest cars versions, and I got the one with the USAC cars in it. I'll get that one. I'll probably get the one with the Acme cars in it. I think that one's coming out soon, or it might even be out already from the Acme. See if my A100 made the cut. Oh, did it come in already? I went through probably a year ago and purged over all the magazines I had here. It was just an amazing amount. And I tried to give them away, you know, whatever. Nobody even wanted them, so eventually I just had to send them to recycling.
I got a couple contest car magazines. That's about it. I got some old ass hot rod magazines upstairs. Those ain't going anywhere.
The only one I've got of those is saved is the one with the Pro Street Fiero on the cover, because I display it with the car. But yeah, because once you read them, then, you know, unless there's an article in there or a how-to that's of importance, they just, you know, they just go into the file and never see them again. And I tried selling some of the older ones, but nobody wanted them. I was basically trying to sell them for what it would cost to mail them out to whoever wanted them, and nobody did. So I just sent them to recycling. That and when Kallenbach was still doing it, they came out with digital versions of it. You could either buy it online and look at them as JPEG files, or you can actually buy a hard disk of every magazine that they'd ever put out for that name. You could get a digital version of it. You bought the. Yeah, RC modelers, model railroader. I had some fine scale modelers. I had a bunch of the old, the other one, the Railroad Model Craftsman. Had a few hot rod magazines. But yeah, so I saved a couple of them because I had stuff in it that I wanted, you know, techniques and stuff or whatever that I wanted to keep. But other than that, I got rid of all of them. All right, Sluggo. Have a good evening.
All right, see you, Sluggo.
That's kind of the way I was, TJ. I've got a couple of catalogs that I had models photographed in and stuff like that, but that's about all. Pretty much everything else went to recycling. Okay. I was actually pretty excited today, and the year that I had two pictures in the Walters catalog. and got paid for them. So that, I guess that turned me into a professional photographer, professional modeler. Really, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay. I'm figuring out something different this time, my flock. This shit is fucking everywhere. Oh, it's on the Mercedes, you son of a bitch. Of course it's on the show one.
Your mom got a feather duster. That's probably would need something something static to catch that stuff up. Or a balloon. Rub a balloon on your hair, and then pass it over the stuff. It'll all stick to that.
Coming off the Mercedes, pretty good.
Yes, so I usually get the contest car editions, or if there's something I know coming at, that would be interested, I'll get the copy of it. But other than that, I don't. I'll probably get the Automodel or one or two of them just to help. Help get them rolling. Yeah, I never wrote any articles for him, but I had some pictures in a couple of them. All right.
Might give the body a little longer before I start handling it, just in case. I can't mount the wheels until the chassis is under it, because I got to recut the pinholes.
It is Tamiya silver. The silver leaf, I think they call it silver leaf. The green is their lime green metallic, or like candy lime, or what, I don't remember what they call it. It's a lime green one with the specks in it. And then the black stripe was just the actual black primer. I just masked off the primer and painted the rest of it. And then the decals were slicks or power slide. I don't remember. I think they were power slide for the Diet Mountain Dew stuff.
Oh, the one someone got mad that they thought it was a real car.
Yes.
I seen that comment when I watched the video. That was hilarious.
So I didn't, but I still wanted to respond to him. So, thanks for the compliment. Thinking my model car looks so good, you couldn't tell the difference.
Yeah.
As a kind of a dig, but I didn't do it. Mama always told me if you can't say something nice. Yeah, at first it kind of pissed me off. Then I kind of embraced it. He's probably the same guy that I get like one dislike on almost every video I do. I have a feeling it's probably all the same guy. YouTube used to let you track down who'd give you you couldn't get down to the person, but you could get down to what region of the country or what country they were in, what city. So you could kind of figure out who it was. But they took that out. You can't do that no more. But yeah, that one got photographed for model cars. I don't remember.
Yes.
Because you had 3 or 4 of them there doing pictures. I think that one was for Model Car Magazine. I think that's what it was. But we'll see if it shows up in there or not.
That'd be cool if it did.
I think that's about as good as it's going to get.
Where is my Q-tip? I had a Q-tip, I said. Where is it? Oh, Mr. Q-tip, where are you?
I'll give it one more slight sand. See if I can get a little more of that orange peel out.
Oh, the Q-tips, you dirty bastard. Stick them back in here? Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, my model layout, train layout, I had to come down when I had to move, and it just never got put back up. Well, basically, I don't have space for it here to put it up. So 90% of it's well, that's where I got a lot of the overflow of the models are at. They started. There's a smaller one called T-Tracks, which is a modular one where you build 1 foot sections at a time, and there's a design to sit on tabletops. I may get back into that some more. Help if I was in camera, not with it. And that one hobby shop over on the Illinois side has a monster train layout in their store, and it's open to the public to run your stuff on, I think, Tuesday nights. So I can get, if I need a train fix, I can always run over there.
There's red. I'm gonna go tomorrow. I'm gonna buy one of them little handheld vacuums, one of the little bitty ones. Because I swear to God, I'm never gonna get this red out of here. There's fucking everywhere.
I was like doing bare metal play. You got little pellets of silver everywhere for the next. Hey Kevin, how you doing?
Kevin.
Yeah, we're out of past the holidays, so yeah, we're back on our Tuesday nights. Well, we won't be here next week because next week is club meeting. But we'll do one on Wednesday or something to make up for it. Or maybe I'll come on Monday night. I don't know. We'll see. And this isn't going on a beater, so it doesn't need to be perfect, but I want to get some of that orange peel out of it anyway. This is a AMT, the 72 Nova SS kit. So I want the separate front fenders that everybody bitches about.
I didn't think it was a very bad kit when I built it.
Yeah, it's not great, but I mean, I didn't have too much trouble getting the fenders on. The one was a hair crooked, but that's all right. I can live with it. For what I had plans for the car with, it works out all right. If one of the fenders isn't exactly straight. Because as you can see, it's going to be a beater, like in progress. So this fender wouldn't line up quite right. So I just painted a different color. Made it so it was a recent replacement. It's not quite hanging on there straight. Same thing for the hood. The hood's a different color too.
Yeah, the fender's the not the duct tape, the zip tie chicken wire special.
Well, it's kind of, I'm looking at it as like it's a high school kid, late 70s, early 80s, work in progress type thing. So he's doing it when he can. And so, the first thing he's going to do is put good wheels on it. So I want to put a nice set of SS's on it or something. What I'm pick out something out of my stash. Because this kit I got used from a show and it does, the wheels and tires are gone from it.
Yeah. I thought that'd be a good kit to do like full nose come off like Pro Mod, like glue the fenders, grill, hood, glue it all together.
Well, you probably could because the fenders are separate. But the grill, glue those up. And you just have to come up with some kind of tilt system. But the wheel wells are still there. You have to cut the wheel wells out, I guess.
Yeah.
They're attached to the body. The wheel wells are.
Yeah.
But you could cut them out and just cut them out completely if you're doing a flip nose. I think this would be a real nice kit if you took the 66 kit and stuck the chassis under this. Because then you can make it into a nice Pro Street.
That's what I was curious about. I got the Revell Yanko version of that kit.
And then you could cut out the wheel wells and all that stuff and use the ones from the 66. I'm guessing you cut the whole thing off the front and do a flip nose that way. Oh, that's why they became a separate. I never did sure know why. I figured there has to be some kind of reason why you'd have them separate.
Why'd they come separate? I can't see chat.
It said AMT did a 72 Pontiac Ventura.
Oh,
So that's why it
that needs to be re-released. That'll build the shit.
Yeah, it'll be too hard to do because if they still have the tooling for the for the chrome tree, because that'd be the only thing that would be different. The front and rear roll pans. I guess the hood would be different too, but I'm sure that's.
There we go. Got my gauges in. I should have painted all that black, but I didn't.
All right. Where did we put it?
And then do a couple little black peppers to the shirt.
Roll pans.
Where'd that toothpick go? She's a toothpick McGee. Make my life easier.
All right.
Do I want to do it? Yeah, I'll do the whole area. Oh, that may be a little too much, but that's okay. It'll level out. I put leveling there in this shit for a reason. Too much leveling. Reset. Setting it right so it doesn't
All
never mind.
right, just 1 second, Rick. I'll pull it up.
Probably use the stock steering wheel early.
Get this side of the front end on.
Yeah, I'm gonna see it somewhere. I guess I would. Yeah, it might be too big. That one would work. Yeah, it's in the same size as the other one. Yeah, that one would work. Battery low. Where's my phone charger?
Okay, that's where I looked. All right, let me see and try it again. Messages. All right, let me share with the class.
Mercedes too. If anything happens to that, I would be pissed.
There we go. Let's see here. Let me try to. Let me see if I can download it. Make it bigger. Let's save. Let's go over here at pictures now and see if I can blow it up bigger than my phone. Is it?
Let's hope that works. Because to mount that, I'm
There
gonna
it
have
is.
to.
There we go. Now I got it big. Now I got it big. Cool. I wouldn't mind having one of those.
Oh hell yeah! Oh yeah, it looks like it's done up the exact same as the Nova comes with that.
Well, yeah,
hood
they were
and all.
shared bodies basically.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having one of them either. That'd be a cool one for them to come back out with. They're coming out with all that retro-y stuff recently. Bringing back some of the old kits. Which I'm happy that GTO is coming back out. I do wish it had the 2006 style Ram Air hood though. All over. Stuck my knife in.
Okay, now I got all them over. Let me go back here. We can.
And I'll be taking care of business every day.
There we go. There's the side panel. Baby moon wheels. I like that. Ladder traction bars, high shocks. Yeah. Same engine. It's the Nova.
I like the big boots.
Yeah, that tunnel ram is in the Nova kit. And there's Rick's one. He's building or stalled, I guess. Looks good.
Ooh. Oh yeah. Damn, I just got told to fuck off by a minion.
Yep. Was that all of them? I think that was all of them.
That brown.
Yep.
Brown paint any good? This is an old ass jar.
Okay, I can delete that. All right. Yeah, I hope they start coming down in price because they're too expensive. Or so I was talking to Dan last night. This year, I'm gonna focus my spending more on upgrading tools than model kits, unless something comes out that I just can't live without, which is a strong possibility.
Yeah. Instead of buying more projects, I need to start ordering parts to finish the projects.
But I don't think the prices will go down much in the future. I think the only thing we're going to have is it may stabilize if the tariff things is taken care of. Yeah, I got enough. I can't say I have a lifetime in there, but I have enough in there for at least 2 or 3 years that I could go without having to buy a kit without running out. But yeah, supplies and tools. It's where I want to focus this year.
Why did we do that? Oh, yeah, actually, I did. I didn't.
Oh, I got more than 30 kits on one shelf. I'd take you back to the stash room, but it's too dark in there for the camera. Maybe I'll take pictures and I'll show pictures of it next week.
That's just one wall.
It's over in the utility room. Well, mine is one wall and started on the second wall.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 shelves of one shelf that's completely cars, like those 6 foot tall plastic shelving unit things.
Yeah.
One is completely cars, double stacked from floor to ceiling. Another one is the same, a single stacked, and it's like 3/4 cars and 1/4 spaceships. Then I have another one that's all airplanes. And then on top of those top shelves of those is the big kits that won't fit in the racks, like the big 12 scale Camaro and the B-58 Hustlers and things like that. The big spaceships that won't fit. Then I got another pile of like 3D printed models.
Very cool.
Yeah, most of mine are open because I kind of like to look over them when I get them, but not all. I've got kits that aren't open. But I do leave the cellophane on the top. I cut around the bottom so that the cellophane stays on the top, so it kind of protects the box better, I guess. Until I start building it. Once I start building it, then it goes away. Or because I'll be collecting collecting parts over the time, you know, and I'll have a box open so I can shove the parts in. Like this one is still got the plastic on it, but it is open. So I got extra goodies, photo etch and stuff in there, different decals. But yeah, I keep the plastic on, at least until it's over here working on it. Once I start working on it, a lot of times the plastic goes away. Okay, for giggles. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we can put that, do it that way. I can put the rear balance on bumper without having a chassis in. Yeah, I did the RC aircraft for a while. I enjoyed it. It's just that, you know, the short span of time that around here that you could fly them in the summer. I mean, as the spring is too windy, and then in the summertime you have to do it first thing in the morning or right before dark because of the wind, and then the 6 months of the year it's too cold to go out or too weather's bad. But I built mostly the Guillos kits and just upgraded them to two or three channel RCs. Normally just throttle, rudder and elevator. I never usually didn't do ailerons on them. So it's the same on both sides, so I guess that'll work. Yeah, I guess that's where it's supposed to be. Oh, I could see. Yeah, I always wanted to build one. Well, to do slope soaring, but we have mountains around here, but they're not barren enough, I guess, for the get the good updraft for the slope sailing. In fact, there's an RC airplane club here that flies over at the airport a couple of times a month over the summer. They all do everything they do is foam and electric. They don't have any nitro or glow or anything like that. Everything is all foam, electric, self-built type stuff, flight test type stuff. He telling us this, we know they start making modern pro stocks. They're coming out with a funny car. Well, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get that Prud'homme Wendy's Pepsi funny car that Atlantis just repopped. I want to grab me one of them. I'd like to get that Kentucky long rifle too. If they bring out that whole pyro firearm set, Bob, and be a happy camper. Because I built as a kid, I built the long rifle and I built the dueling pistols, and then the Winchester. They call it the saddle gun.
The damn on Matthew's website too. He has a resin kit or 3D kit or whatever I'm about to get, or I might end up getting. It's one of the Saturday night special, like Monte Carlos. What the hell are they actually called? Oh God, they're called something. Fucking something specific.
TJ, I used to know a couple guys in that Huntsville club back in the day when I was still flying, but that's been so long. I'm not sure if any of them are still around. That doesn't make sense. So, oh, okay. Now it makes sense. Goes this way. Yeah, I know a lot of those Huntsville guys. They all work for NASA. All engineers working for NASA. I don't have any of the RC stuff left. I got rid of it all. Yeah, those are really nice. So I had the dueling. Let me share screen here. Yes, I built the Kentucky long rifle, the Winchester saddle rifle, and then I had the dueling pistols. But they had like 12 or 14 different models of the firearms back in the day. I'd like to get me one of those Kentuckys and then a couple of the other ones. Was Gary Vane? Yeah. Yeah, Gary Vane has quite the collection of stuff. He brought me down some drag wheels at Acme. There's that one Pro Street kit I got. Well, hell. Was missing a tire. Yeah, you can get the kits for those. They're not real expensive to build the actual firearm.
The pew pew.
And then here they actually have a black rifle or black powder hunting season for deer.
Speaking of deer, I had a good freaking sized buck walk out on the road in front of me, freaking on my way home from work. On the other side of this field over here, that old dude, he won't let nobody hunt that land. And man, I've heard for a long time that's where the freaking deer hang out because nobody's ever over there. Man, I've seen some big freaking deer come out over there. Then the mounds, the Indian mounds are all over here, and that's all government land. You can't hunt it.
Yeah.
Man, I have seen some of the biggest fucking bucks I've ever seen over there on that freaking land. God, you get caught even attempting to hunt over there, that's an auto felony. So
you've got a lot of government forest, state national forests here. You have to go through for the national forest part. You got to go through a bunch of hoops to get to hunt in it. But for the state one, you just have to basically you have to sign in when you go in, and
it's not even it's state land, but with the Indian mounds being right there, it's like
yeah,
some national shit or something.
Yeah, it's a historic site. Yeah,
historic site. Yeah. I remember being little and Dad's old green 96, 97 Z71. We'd get up way early in the morning, go up out there, and there's a little like a maintenance trail that kind of goes back up in the woods. You can get a truck through that old thing 4-wheel drive and drive back there, and we just sit there and watch. And man, for long, no lights on, not a sound. You'd see some big old freaking deer come walking right past the truck.
Yeah, I used to go, and then one day I had an epiphany that I was raising my butt off at 5:30 in the morning in a tree to shoot an animal that I didn't like to eat anyway. It's like, well, what the hell am I doing? That was the last time I went deer hunting.
Oh, I love venison. It's got to be made right, though. I've had some fucked up venison past couple times. That's when my buddy he first got the dehydrator and he was still messing with it. And yeah, he didn't do a very good job on that last batch.
No, my brothers are big into it. They got a whole meat processing center set up out in his in one of the garage bays in his house. They grind them all up, make your sausage and everything.
Yeah. They don't own it no more, but the old little meat market over here. The old dude, if you brought him the deer, he'd do all the stuff for you, butchering and making the whatever. And the only thing he'd charge is he'd want a little bit of everything that he made out of it, just a little bit. Because he loved venison, but he was at that age where it was a little harder for him to get out. So cut me a little bit of what you got and I'll give you the rest and I won't charge you nothing. What's this thing? And I don't even think the old dude owns that meat market anymore. It's been a while since I've been out.
A couple of processors here close by. One's about 10 miles away, and the other's about 6 miles away. Oh yeah, it was also amazing too that every squirrel and turkey within 100 miles would walk past you when you were deer hunting. But if you're out the next week when you're out turkey hunting, you wouldn't see a single one. Single turkey, and then the deer would be freaking everywhere. But if you were here, I could take you out on a drive between here and the interstate, and if you see any less than 20 deer, it must be raining because they're bedded down every night.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
In fact, over the years, 10 or 12 years, I had to drive that road every night. I hit 4 deer. Okay.
Friggin', I need to get back out. Me and Dad.
Yeah.
When Dad hurt his back, he quit doing all that. It just got a little too hard for him.
Yes, I had an epiphany that I'm sitting out here and freezing my ass off in this tree at 4:30 in the morning to shoot an animal that I don't even want to eat.
I always like duck hunting a little better. Sitting in the big duck blind with everybody, just shooting the shit for a couple hours. All we do. It's also probably why I've got quite a bit of hearing loss over in this ear. Friggin' shotgun going off right next to you.
Oh, they living on the farm. My brothers and my dad hunted everything. If it was allowed to be hunted, they hunted it.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Poor Jimmy is hunting 2-legged deer and still can't catch a bag one.
Yeah, I'm a pretty damn good shot. Or I was. My eyes were still 100% last time I went out and did anything like that. My eyes are getting bad.
Yeah, well, that's what health insurance is for.
Yeah, now that I have it, I need to go use it.
In fact, my health insurance makes you go once a year, and then they pay up to $500 for new glasses. So
I need to go. I need to go see Mom's doctor. Freaking carpal tunnel's getting real bad.
eye doctor is the one doctor you go to that doesn't hurt till you get older, and they start doing tests for glaucoma and cataracts. Then that dye they put in your eyes it's not the most pleasant thing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you be shooting your crocus?
Packers? Oh, the Ducks. Man, duck hunting's fun.
Oh, here it is.
Jimmy Fudd. Oh, Lord. Be very, very quiet. We're hunting rabbits.
10 to 9. Okay. Let's see. Paint the interior, hood liner and stuff. This one, we'll put the glass in it tomorrow. Go find the tires, wheels and tires tomorrow. And we'll be able to put this one together. Yeah, it's the only thing that bugs me is when they got to put the dye in your eyes to check for glaucoma and stuff. It itches so bad for like 20 minutes after they do it. I just want it in my eyes, but you can't do it. Then you can't see jack shit for the next hour.
Yeah, I need to go make an eye doctor appointment. It's just the fact of taking off work and going and doing it. I knew it was getting bad when I had to kind of teach myself how to drive, being farsighted like a son of a bitch. Up close and shit, I'm fine, but at a distance, like even the distance my phone's at, everything, it's just blurry.
Yeah.
All right, you can't see far away. That's farsighted or nearsighted? I think it's
If you're
farsighted.
farsighted, you can't see close up. If you're nearsighted, you can't see far away.
Okay, I'm nearsighted then.
And some people can't do neither. And then like me, you got to wear bifocals or trifocals.
Yeah. I know what all the street signs and everything like that are. So if I see one, I can at least make it out enough where I know what it is.
Oh yeah, I think Bruce has got that too. The wet AMD. He has to get the shots in his eyes. See, they'd have to put me out for that.
Mm-mm.
Stick a needle in there. I'd have to be unconscious.
Yeah. No.
Then they said they send you out the door with that little plastic strip to shield your eyes because you can't see when they dilate you. And I had to sit there for about 45 minutes afterwards before I could even see well enough to drive home with the plastic eye shield on. Okay, put you here. Put you over here. Where's the window glass? Let's see about cleaning that up because it looked kind of rough. Where that came from? Did that fit this? Huh. It's interesting. This kit came with the cutout windshield for like a big, like a funny car, and it fits in there, but there's no funny car-ish parts in this kit. I have to figure out where the side glass gets cut because I'll put the quarter windows in, but I don't want the whole. I might do it on the passenger side. I might have the whole window up. Yeah, they need to be polished up, that's for sure. Yeah, that's a big problem is yeah, I can't, my eyes don't want to focus when I got that stuff. But it's like one day a year, so I guess I can live with it. But yeah. Yeah, Ken was here earlier, Kevin. Yeah, it had a fun show on Friday night. Kind of, that was used to be Pappy's time slot before he quit doing lives. So that's a good slot to be in.
Yeah.
Good Lord, looking over here. I need to stop buying Hot Wheels. I'm starting to get re-addicted to them sons of bitches. I quit for a long time and now I'm getting re-addicted.
Yeah, I have enlarged optic nerves too, so they have to take like shoot a laser into my eye and take like it's like an X-ray X-ray type thing that I have to do in my eyes every year. That's not bad. It's the light is so bright it's kind of uncomfortable for a little bit, but yeah, the dye and the stuff to dilate your pupils, that's the only thing that bothers me. The eye doctor. That and does this one look better or that one look better? This one, I don't know. I can't tell. I don't remember. Was this one or that one? How about this one? I'm going through figuring out your prescription. You tell them whatever one process you use to figure out the eyeglasses for little kids, do that one. It was 2 years ago at Acme. The hotel I was staying at had an open park stage thing set up, or whatever you want to call it, that thing. All the food trucks and everything, and they had the remaining members of the Confederate Railroad band was playing that night. It was pretty cool. Set a chair out on the deck of my hotel room and got free concert.
Oh yeah.
The first concert I got to go to was probably Pink Floyd. I was probably only about 12. My aunt liked them, and I went with her.
My first concert was Brooks and Dunn.
Other than like going to Six Flags or whatever band they had at Six Flags that weekend, type thing. If you go by that, then it was Casey and the Sunshine Band was my first one. And I was about 8 or 9 years old for that one.
17.
First one I ever paid for the tickets was Def Leppard.
Me and Mom are going to see Rascal Flatts the 17th.
And I would have been at the Riot, but I was sick that night. I gave my ticket to my brother. He was there.
Oh yeah.
The Great Riverport Riot.
Yeah.
I never did get to see Guns N' Roses live. I was supposed to go that night, and then that happened. And now I don't want to see him anymore at all. Axl Rose looks like shit warmed over twice.
Yeah, he can't
And
sing.
smeared on the wall, scraped up and put back together.
Yeah. He done lost his voice. He can't hit those notes no more. Same with the what's his name from Motley Crue.
Okay,
Yeah, Rascal Flatts are having a big Life is a Highway tour. Me and Mom are going to that 17th. Which Life is a Highway is the only song I really like by them. I think they're kind of a chick band, but Mom wanted to go. So I'll go with Mom. Go with Mom and me a couple beers and make it a fun night. A couple of the concerts.
Yeah, I've been a couple of like the Monsters of Rock tours I used to have here, and then they had the big stadium series, the Ozfest type thing. Been a couple of those over the years.
The only one I wish I really would have went to was when a bunch of my buddies, they went to freaking Warped Tour. That was before Warped Tour got stupid. Freaking, I ended up not going. I kind of wish I would have.
Yeah, it's like the state fair, county fair type shows. I've seen a bunch of those. We had ZZ Top at the state fair one year. To that county fairs, you get a lot of the has-been bands.
else was I? I've seen Jason Aldean. Versus Dawn. I wanted to go see freaking Alice Cooper when he was at the factory a couple months ago, and I freaking didn't.
Yeah, my favorite place. I used to love to go to concerts at the arena because of the way it being so small. It was a really nice venue for music concerts.
Yeah. When we seen Jason Aldean, he was at Riverport, and man, it was a cool place. But God,
Yeah, Stinky Port. Yeah,
freaking beer was like $13 a can.
oh, yeah.
Fuck that. God, I probably spent like freaking $300 on beer alone.
Yeah, at the arena, I used to always try to buy the front row of the side stage tickets because the way they set the arena up, there was a whole bunch of seats on the side of the stage on both sides, and those were awesome seats. You'd be right up in the action.
A couple more coming up I want to go see, but I can't find nobody that wants to go with me to any of the stuff I like. I'm the only one in the family that's a big death metal head. I can't find nobody else that's into death metal. They're gonna go with me. I don't want to go by myself. Trying to get my brother into it, so at least he can go with me to something.
Yeah, when I started going to concerts, tickets were $12.
I was surprised how
late 80s, they were $20, and T-shirts were $20. So you could go to a concert for about $60 all in between your beer and your shirt and a ticket.
I was surprised how much tickets were at the factory compared to everywhere else. Factory tickets are usually like $75. I don't think the factory is very big though up there. I gotta look up if you have to be 21 to get into the factory, because I think the factory is a bar. I don't think you have to. I have to look it up. Otherwise, I can't take my brother.
He's in or not, make ones. Yeah, Papa's probably living La Vida Loca. And we had a lot of bands that would come into our restaurant all the time. And they would always have give out tickets for a lot of the servers would get tickets.
The only one I don't care how much it costs. I don't care what day it is. I'll take off work. I don't care how much it costs. If Metallica ever comes back to St. Louis, I am buying front fucking row. I don't care how much it costs. I'm seeing Metallica front freaking row.
Yeah, there's a Bob Seger tribute band around here that's pretty damn good.
Yeah, he is. You've been to St. Louis a couple times.
All right, Rick, have a good night.
Yeah, it's 9:12. I got called tonight. Too long.
Yeah. I'm about there anyway too. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and shut her down. We've been here for
Yeah.
3 hours and 15 minutes. Well, thank everybody for popping in tonight. And I said next week I won't be on because of the club meeting. And I may pop in on Wednesday if I'm feeling up to it or nothing else going on. So again, thanks for coming in tonight. And we'll see you next time, guys.
All right. Catch, brother.